Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? And it's Saturday, which means we can relax, put our feet up and hopefully enjoy what in theory should be a really good map. The reason I say this is we did this creator 2.5 weeks ago. It was a really good looking map. It got 3 lots of 4 stars and only missed out on the seal of approval because of water flow problems. Well, I see some nice looking rivers below, so hopefully no water flow problems, therefore seal of approval. Maybe. It's Pasme River by Ukami, and it's a good looking thumbnail. It's a good looking map from up above. Loving the look of those rivers. And there's your start square with a dead end. Interesting. Could be fun. And there's your resources, which look pretty good for a vanilla play. Like it. Right, let's head on over to the workshop and have a look what we need. Well, it is a mass transit map, but there's not too much to subscribe to. Clayra theme. There's also the Clayra LUT, which is recommended. Generic tree pack, a couple of highways, live oak. Now, quick apology to Ukami. You've asked for the Clayra LUT, and for the majority of today's show I've got it on realistic 1.2. That is my fault, my mistake. Oh, bit of a wobbly looking bridge here. Yeah, my fault, my mistake. I do correct it near the end, and I'll make a point of pointing that out, and hopefully we'll get a still good look at your map using the correct theme and LUT combo. Right, now let's have a look at a couple of minor problems here. A little bit of blue mantle under that bridge, and a little bit of blue mantle under that one, although you can barely see that one. I think we can kind of like minor issue, not a big problem. Right, these choice of roads is good. I'm okay with them, apart from when you get to intersections, which will become apparent when we get there. Head down here, there we go, intersections. So if you want to turn left, you want to go straight on there, look at the first of all, have a look at that. That's interesting, yeah, I'm happy with that. But if you want to take a left to go straight on here, you've got to cut across 2 lanes of oncoming traffic. Ouch. Okay, that's fine. It happens in real life. It happens. And then we do a little zigzag down here across this awkward looking bridge. Still okay though. And then here you can go straight on, or you can take a left or a right onto that highway. Yeah, left and right. Yes. Well done for keeping up, camera. Well done. And then if you were to carry on, the road bears off to the right and then merges here, where you can turn left or right also. But if you're coming up here wanting to turn left, it is a bit of a shocker. Look at that. That is a little bit frightening. I wouldn't want to be turning left across that lane. Anyway, let's move on into the map and ignore about intersection. But this intersection also has some interesting characteristics. This loops across onto a national road, and if you look at the traffic coming up here, traffic on the left will come up and straight over. But traffic on the right will carry straight on. And it's a little bit of a frustration. Now, yes, you can fix this with Traffic Manager President Edition. You can, but it's still a little bit of an extra thing to do before you can actually get your map working right. If we were to take a left, we'd head down here towards the start square. We get this little triangular intersection here, which links up with our funny intersection over there that we looked at a minute ago. And then this follows up to a dead end. But it's an awkward dead end. It's a national road. Where is that going to go? What are you going to do with it? I would demolish that back a few nodes. I'd have to, I think, to be able to do anything with that. A little bit awkward for a start square location. Back to the bridges. And we're looking at road and rail together here. We'll look at the rail in a little bit more detail a bit later on, not too much later on. The bridges are okay. A little bit awkward. The quality of some of the roads, if I'm honest with you, are a little bit up. A little bit of water glitching going on there. Can be fixed by the map creator by widening it just a fraction, just a little tweak could have allowed the water to get into there. But yes, the straight lines are all good. The curves here and there are just in places a little bit awkward, and that bridge there is also a little bit awkward as well, even though it's very nice the way the water's pouring down from the reservoir. I kind of like that. Nice cutting here as well. It's a very nice, glorious looking map. Just some of the detailing is a little bit awkward. Like we've got this tree clipping into the catenaries there. We see that every now and then. It doesn't affect the game. It's just if you're a perfectionist, and the map it's quite as nice as this, where you kind of want it to be a little bit close to perfection here and there. That said, it's still a very nice looking map. Now down here we've got another intersection. And another one where you've got traffic that will cross across two lanes and smash into each other. Just awkward. I'm afraid the selection of roads for these intersections is awkward, will need fixing before you can crack on. And that is, of course, going to affect the gameplay score. Anyway, that's all very good. Anyway, we'll follow this off towards wherever the fog will start. And, yeah, following the line of the rail as well. Once we get down towards the fog, we'll turn around and we'll come back and have a look at some more rail. We just missed another tree cutting into the catenaries there. We'll ignore them. And then down here, yes, the bridge, the rail bridge, it takes a bit of a climb there. That's poor, I'm afraid. That's too high. And, yeah, never mind. It is off in the fog, so you kind of can overlook that, I guess. Unless you really want to build out that far. Right, let's follow the rail and see where this goes to. This will follow the line of the road pretty much all the way, but let's just make sure there aren't any steep climbs or missing sections or anything like that, because sometimes we find these things and it kind of throws the whole map. But it's okay, this is looking good, nice and level across there. It's a fairly good rail build. In fact, it's probably better than the road build. Right, so anyway, anybody want a quirky asset for Saturday? Anybody? Oh, go on then. Right, now this is Lumen, and we had Lumen last Saturday with the Infinity Resort Hotel thing. This is the Cities Skylines Rico campus, and these are big old buildings. This is one unit. Don't think these are put down individually. This is one big old unit, and it has a very special property, which you're going to see very soon. Thought I'd show you down the back side of it first. This is the back side. Oh, do like a good backside, don't you? Oh yes, missus. And then round here, and now you can see it starting to come into shape. The whole thing, if you pull right up, is freaking glorious. Anybody heard of this City Skylines thing? I mean, what is it? I don't know. It's really well done indeed. Lumen, you have absolutely excelled again. Campus City Skylines Rico by Lumen, today's asset. And off to Themington Island for the last time this week for our last glance at Temperate Coast X by False Lucidity with the Natural LUT. And even at night, or the dusk as we're looking at here, this is a very nice looking combo. And I highly recommend that you consider it. Right, let's have a look at Sur Factoids. The three-toed sloth doesn't seem to believe in exercise. Practice? Read it. Doesn't believe in exercise. It moves so slowly that plants grow on its back. Well, a rolling sloth gathers plenty of moss, apparently. Banging your head against the wall. Ouch. Yep, that's my life. Well, it burns 150 calories an hour. I'm sure there are better ways of keeping fit and losing weight. And look, that damn barn's on fire again. How many times has that barn been on fire? It's at least a second. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Maybe replace it with something less flammable. Okay, back to Pasme River. Now, despite wide rivers there's no shipping routes, which I guess means we won't get any shipping clipping. And let's have a look at the water flow, because this is what cost it last time, and well, it won't cost it this time. The rivers are strong, and well, the force is strong with this map. The water force, of course. Very nicely done indeed. Loving the networks. Looks really amazing and believable. Very happy with all of that. So now let's have a look at ground level at these rivers. And they're pretty damned fine. I'm loving the colours. Once again, we're still using the wrong LUT here. We will be switching over very shortly to Clara. But we are still using Realistic 1.2. And even with the wrong LUT, this is a good looking map. Very nice indeed. We follow the rivers down and I'm okay. I mean, I think the riverbanks are interesting enough. We have got some drowned trees here. And there is a slight problem with the river. If you look at the river here, we have got a massive, great big tidal wave going on. And then it goes really shallow afterwards. Now, is that just at this location, we ask ourselves, because this is where the trees are being affected. Well, we'll drag back up the river in a second and have a look. But that is what's causing those drowned trees. We pull back up the river, you can see a little bit of a globule there. And a little bit of we've got an island here with water flooding in and out of it. Okay, let's move a little bit further upstream, and then we've got another there, shallow here. Now there's definitely a problem being caused on this river, and I think the problem is not there. Where are we? A little bit further. Yes, a little bit. We see once again we've got some more shallows here. The problem is where these two rivers are meeting, and this is causing a little rippling effect, tidal waves, and it's working with water in this game is very, very tricky. Oh, we are now over to the Clara LUT, so this is how it should have looked from the beginning. I apologise to everybody who's been disappointed by that and by my mistake. I do make mistakes, but yes, the intersection of those two rivers, the join of those rivers, is causing that globby water flow, and unfortunately, it's ugly and it can't be fixed without actually fixing the map. Is it game breaking? I don't think so. I don't think it's game breaking. Well, what I do think is that this map is a damn good looking map. Is it easy to build on? No. Is it hard to build on? Well, no. It's one of those middly maps for the intermediate player. But the intermediate player that is going to have to fix some road issues and concerns over the flow of the rivers. This is the river in its proper colour. There we are. Clara wasn't so far off of the realistic LUT. Just a little bit richer in its colours, of course. Great work by Creative Decks, of course, there. Let's have one last look down. Let's see if we can find this start square. One last look at it in full glorious Clara colour. And yeah, the difficulty of actually building into this area is that hill going on there as well. Very nice map. Very, very nice map. Aesthetically, it's a good looking map, no matter what LUT you're using. And I'm going to give this, straight off the bat, 4 stars. Detailing's more of a problem. You've got these intersections with traffic cutting across each other. We've got the globby water and we have got the mantle showing through. I really want to give it 4 stars for this map, but there's been so many minor little problems. I'm going to have to relegate it down to 3. It hurts to say that, but I've got to bring it down to a 3. Gameplay potential, I can't give it 5 because you've got to fix these roads. They've got to be fixed. And some tidying up with the other roads, and yes, you might want to actually fix the river. If you don't, yeah, fixing the river will bring it down to a 2. But if you just want to tidy up the roads, I'm going to give it 4 stars. Ignore the river. Pasme River. How can you ignore the river when it's called Pasme River? Bayukami. I'm going to ignore the river problems. I think that's just one of those things. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget to join me on Monday for a new week of What Map. And tomorrow I have got another beginner's guide, and it's a good one. It really is. I know that because I've made it. and it looks amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for that, and have a really, really nice day. See you very, very soon.